Cool.
We're going to call the Wednesday, December 22nd, 2021 Commission meeting to order. Roll call, please, Jeff.
Presiding Commissioner Bob Houston.
Present.
Associate Commissioner District 1 Monty Kisner.
Present.
Associate Commissioner District 2 Ryan Johnson. Present.
Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On the agenda, we are going to strike 11A before we make a motion to approve it. So the CI3 will be on next Thursday's agenda to get approved. So I need a motion to accept the agenda with that change in it.
So moved.
All in favor? 3 votes for, 0 against. Need a motion to approve the minutes from December 9th and 10th, 2021 meetings.
Second.
All in favor? 3 votes for, 0 against. Number 6, ordinance number 21-04, change RSMO Article 8 driveway culvert installation section 510.270 fee amount. Need a motion.
So moved.
Monty, you want to talk about that for just a second?
Yeah, the original fee was $100. It's been that way for many years, and Kelly had brought this to our attention that the price of rock has increased so much, and we offer a free load of rock when we go out and we'll install the pipe for free, and the taxpayers are still getting a very good return on their investment there by buying a permit. So with the rise of the rock, it's kind of changed the aspect of the permitting fees. So, and it's probably appropriate, given what's going on down there.
So it went from 150 to 175, I think.
It was 100 to 175, I
100 to
believe.
175.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the rock has increased, mind you, many years since that 100's been set, but it's finally come to a point where it's like, we really need to address this, so.
But for that amount, we go out and install the culvert, put the rock down and everything.
Yeah, and size it and let them know the proper size, and we ditch it out and make sure their piping's right, so it's still good for the taxpayer.
Okay. Any questions? Seeing none, all in favor of ordinance number 21-04? 3 votes for, 0 against. Ordinance passed. Agreement between Smoky Hill Railway and Historical Society Incorporated and Cass County, Missouri to provide access to clear debris from right-of-way at 107 County Line Road, Belton, Missouri. I need a motion.
So move.
Second.
Jeff, do you want to talk about that?
Well, I spoke with Matt Frill. He is, I don't know what the title is for the railroad, head guy in charge. Spoke to him about our desire to clear that right away from our property line north to the county line at our cost. And I told him that we would have, and I have had what you have presented to you today, a document drafted to hold them harmless in case a contractor got out there and got hurt. Thought it would be more appropriate to be signed by you rather than us. I know Paul probably had an opportunity to look at it. It would be our intent to get some bids to have contractors actually go in there, provide a cost to actually, and we'll find the funding for that.
Okay. Any questions, gentlemen?
Mm-mm.
All in favor of the agreement between Smoky Hill Railroad and Historical Society Incorporated with Cass County? 3 votes for, 0 against. Number 8, Cass County Health Department requests approval for Humana Choice Care Network insurance contract. Need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Sarah?
Yep, this is just another contract with an insurance provider so that we can bill private insurance and expand our service reach.
Starting to get a lot of them cut back up and renewed.
Yep.
That's good. Any questions, gentlemen? All in favor with Cass County Health Department request for approval of Humana Choice Care Network insurance contract? 3 votes for, 0 against. Thank you, Sarah. Approval for the jail build-out, Excel Contractors. Need a motion?
So move.
Second.
Jeff?
So the bids were received, opened on the 15th, I believe it was. There was some question or misunderstanding about maybe qualifications for 2 of the contractors, as our engineers were not necessarily familiar with their work in correctional facilities. We reviewed those bids, made calls to the references. The 3 bids were Excel at 1.8 million, Sure Structure at just over 2 million, and then Turner at 3.2 million. If you recall, Turner provided us a bid update from their previous build out less than a year ago at 1.8, so they had about a 44% increase. And we like Turner. They did a great job. They completed the project on time and on budget during a pandemic. But we don't like them enough to give them a 44% increase over what the bids were. My staff did reach out to verify references and projects that were currently and previously completed by the other 2 vendors. And after that, we saw no reason not to go with the lowest bid Excel contractors. They've done a number of government buildings to include. They're working on the federal penitentiary now in Leavenworth, correct, Nick?
That's structure.
Okay. Yeah. I knew one of them was. But nonetheless, it was rather ironic, though, that of the 3 bids, not only were they the lowest, but they provided the shortest window for completion.
200 days, I think, or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So, which would probably be the reason some of those costs went up. The more man hours, days you have into it, obviously, they would estimate the time to go up or the cost to go up. So we would recommend to the commission to enter into an agreement to build out the jail with Excel contractors.
Thank you,
Sheriff, can you just kind of speak for the record the need to build the pods out and kind of maybe explain in layman's terms again to anyone who might listen to this on YouTube
Sure.
regarding the need and what's currently there and what building out these pods means and what it means long term for the county as well as your department or your office rather, not your department.
Certainly. So some years ago, the commission asked the taxpayers if they would extend the tax that built the Justice Center to finish those areas within the complex, the judicial chambers, courtrooms, jail space, that had been built in with the expectation that we would have 20 years of expansion built into the building. We've been in the building for 20 years, and we were, bumping up against a number of capacity issues, whether it be in office space or jail space. So last year, we went out to bid, or it would have been actually the year prior, to finish some of that jail space. But in our estimation at that time, with some of the things that the courts had done with bond reform, where our capacities were at, and some space that we had in the jail that we felt was being underutilized, instead of finishing out the dirt floor pods that we have, we reallocated some space to make better use of that and try and bring the cost down. That project, I believe, was cheaper than the 1.8 estimation for the complete build out, less concrete, less labor and such. And we felt that got us up to a point where we were pretty comfortable where we were at. Well, fast forward, COVID, bond reform issues are catching up with us now. Those cases that they've been putting on for the last 2 years are now starting to stack up. Our numbers, where last year we were less than 100 inmates in our jail at any given time, we're getting back to where we should be, and we're going over 200 inmates per jail. So we have the space in the existing jail that was built with the intention of 20 years of expansion. We have the taxpayers who say, yes, we'll give you additional money to carry out that tax to bring us there. We have the need because our inmate population, as is our general population, is growing. And once again, the numbers coming in where they are, we feel that it's appropriate to not wait until we're behind in terms of the capacity in our jail to hold those people that we're statutorily, required to. We need to bring those numbers back up. So that's where we're at today. I feel very fortunate that we've been able to manage the space that we have, because when we talk about capacity, there isn't a person that doesn't run a jail that doesn't understand when you hit 80%, you're at 100% capacity, because men and women can't go together, co-defendants can't go together, there's some people that just don't get along with anyone. So staff does a really good job. And to bring it all right back around to COVID, the need to be able to isolate people before they are put into general population to risk the transmission of COVID or any communicable disease is something that we're living with every day. While it may be minimized more now in the public, we understand that the captive audience that we have now, it's our statutory obligation to keep them safe and that's one of those steps. So we need a little bit extra room. This will get us not only the capacity we need for the next, several years, but also the ability to at least manage with COVID as it is now. Obviously, we're looking at other projects and other things that might make it even better, but that's kind of where we're at today. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Any other questions, gentlemen?
Was anything discussed about change orders through the Excel and acceptance of that hopefully they're pretty close? We know we got into change order situations before.
Yeah, it seems like every time you get into a big project,
gonna have
there's
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna have something.
You find out that when you look at the schematics, the sewer line you thought came through here was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
8
yeah,
feet off.
yeah.
Yeah, things like
Yeah.
that. I don't know that it was. We obviously have retained Trainer,
Yeah.
which is the firm that actually worked the project prior to in the jail. We're very happy with the service that they provided. They're very familiar with the complex in that they've been through the not only the current build-out process, but the schematics, the plans, and
Mhm.
everything else. But I personally do not recall any verbiage and wording in the bids that were led that discussed change orders. So I'm
And-
not quite sure how that played out. I just want to assume, based on the prior experience, that they have something mentioned in that, but I don't know firsthand.
And I know with Turner, we didn't seem to have too much with them. They were pretty much spot on. Everything was.
They were,
so,
they
yeah,
were, they were,
yeah.
and they're still responding to minor things if it comes up. So
Yeah,
once
yeah.
again, not to disparage them in that. The reason we chose not to accept their bid is just they were just outpriced.
Sure, yeah. That's quite an increase from the last build out. That wasn't that long ago.
No, it was not.
Any other questions, gentlemen?
No.
All in favor of approval for the jail build-out using Excel contractors? 3 votes for, 0 against. Order number 21-077, approving findings of fact document for zoning application number 2970. I need a motion.
So move.
Second.
This is just making a record of fact into the county record on a zoning ordinance that the county approved and the zoning board also approved. So it's available for all sides. Any questions?
No.
All in favor of approving order number 21-07? 3 votes for, 0 against. Any miscellaneous business? Any public comment? Not seeing any. Commissioner Communications. Want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
Thank you for a good year, and hopefully this next year will be much just as good or better for us.
Hopefully for you. huh?
I hope for me. That's what I'm hoping. Come on, 2022. All right. Need a motion to adjourn?
So move.
All in favor? 3 votes for, 0 against. We are adjourned.
Do we need anything else?
Hey, Jeff, we should.